Hello, this is Avadut, your personal subconscious mind trainer. Today our topic is memory power. For whom is this memory power important? Ordinarily or normally we think that memory power is relevant and important for students only. Actually that is correct, but yet it is not completely correct, because memory power is also very relevant and important in personal relationships, in business, in career, in spirituality, everywhere. Memory is directly related to caring. If you care, you will remember. If you are careless, you will tend to forget. Isn't this the case everywhere? Let us take, for instance, a relationship, husband-wife relationship. Suppose one of the partners in the relationship forgets a very important date, like for instance the anniversary. What will the other person complain? The other person would generally say, you don't care for us anymore or care for this relationship anymore. That is why you are forgetting. So you see, caring is equal to relationship. Suppose you have loaned out around 10 bucks to somebody. Probably you will forget about it very soon. But if you have loaned out around 100,000 bucks to someone, most probably he won't forget about it, because in the earlier case 10 bucks was something that you didn't care for so much as you would care for 100,000 bucks. So we see caring is equal to memory. So if you wish to improve your memory power, the best thing would be to begin improving your caring nature. The more you begin caring for everything that you are involved in, the more you will notice your memory power has increased. So students, how will you begin to care for your subjects? Let us say it is a English poetry that you have to memorize. Now one may ask, how do I care for an English poetry? No, you don't have to care for the English poetry. What you have to instead do is care for the studies that you have to do, which includes memorizing this English poetry. How will you do that? You will have to do this by understanding why are you studying. Are you studying because you want to please your parents? Are you studying simply because you want to score better grades in your academics? Or are you studying for your career? If you are studying to prepare for your career, what would your career be for? What is the ultimate purpose of your career? Through career, of course, you will earn a lot of money. You will reach a certain status or certain stature in society. But is that all? So we have to understand the deeper purpose behind a career. Then your memorizing of English poetry will improve. Yes, we are thinking very long distance. So what you have to do is, you have to first understand why are you studying at all. Then you have to understand, I am studying so that one day I can start earning money. Why would I start earning money? You have to think something about that. It could be because I want to help out humanity, because I want to help these kind of people, certain section of people, maybe the orphans, maybe the blind, maybe the elderly, maybe the sick, maybe those who are downtrodden. Maybe something I want to do with money, that is why I need to earn the money. Maybe it's a big holiday that I want to take in future. It could be something like, once I start earning money, I want to take 1 year holiday. In that 1 year, I'll travel around the globe, see various things, learn about different cultures, learn about different places and people and their work What are the things that people do? I want to learn all that. For that I need to travel, and for that I need money. So I will study now very nicely so that I can begin earning that kind of money which will allow me a 1 year luxury holiday. So it could be that kind of thing. It could be some other purpose, philanthropic purposes. So once you understand why you are wanting to earn money, and for earning that money you need to study first, get educated in the concerned topics. That is why you are getting educated. Now when you are studying your English poetry, you will be caring for what you are studying, because ultimately you have a target, you have a goal which you wish to achieve, and because you care for this thing, you will tend to remember more. So one aspect of memory is obviously caring a lot. Caring in a relationship, caring in business, caring in studies, etc., etc., etc. But apart from that, there are certain other aspects also which are important for improving your memory power, memory retention power, memory recall power, etc. What are these other things? So please understand, how does the human brain function? In the human brain, there are neurons, nerve cells. They communicate with each other through electrical synapses. There is neurotransmission which takes place between the axon terminal ends and the dendritic terminal ends of two neurons. So like this, one neuron communicates with another, that one communicates with another, that one communicates with another. Like this, a neuronal pathway is created in the brain for a particular experience. So when brain is functioning, you have to ensure that your brain is in good order to begin with. Then the specific regions of the brain, which is amygdala and hippocampus, they are responsible for memory storage and memory functions. So how do you ensure that your brain is in good order? First of all, neurotransmission has to happen in a very nice manner. For neurotransmission to happen, you should have very good quantity and quality of neurotransmitters in your brain, in your dendrites. Plus your dendrites have to be pretty well populated with neurotransmitters. Ordinarily, because of improper diet, we may be losing neurotransmitters from our dendrites on a regular basis. Suppose this is a dendrite. There is a surface area of this dendrite on which there are neurotransmitters. If you could only increase the surface area, then you could have more neurotransmitters in your dendrites, and thus your capacity of function within your own brain could increase. That is achievable if you can create new dendritic spines. So this is a dendrite. What you create is, in this dendrite you create a curve, that means grow the dendrite a bit. This extra growth turns out as a curve, or this is called a spine, or the entire thing is called a dendritic spine. So if the total length of dendrite was this much, because of this extra spine that has been created in the dendrite, now the dendrite's entire length has increased in the same space. Because the dendrite's length has now been increased because of this dendritic spine, more neurotransmitters can be now accommodated in this dendritic spine or the entire dendrite, and thus the neural function or neurotransmission quality and quantity can be increased in your own brain, and thus the entire brain functions capacity can be increased in any human being. How do you increase the size of dendrites? By creating dendritic spines. As such, medically that is not possible, but through meditation you can create new dendritic spines. All that you have to do is function at the center of your brain's alpha brain frequencies. The alpha brain frequencies range from 7 cycles per second up to 14 cycles per second, and the center, bank center, is the 10.5 cycles per second. If you do mental imagination, visualization, creative visualization at your 10.5 cycles per second brain frequency, then you are able to grow the dendrite into a new spine. A new curve is created in your dendrite. So this is the dendrite. It grows, and ultimately it becomes like a spine, one extra structure. So that is called the dendritic spine, and this is done at 10.5 cycles per second. You have to ensure that your brain is functioning at 10.5 hertz or CPS. How do you ensure that? Because people are rarely able to go to alpha brain frequency and yet remain awake and alert. Most people fall asleep the moment their brain frequencies dip down below 14 cycles per second. And those who are expert meditators, they are good in meditating, they keep fluctuating their brain frequency between 7 to 14 cycles per second. That means in the entire alpha brain frequency ranges. So you need to learn a specific type of meditation, the clairvoyant meditation, through which you are able to create your own brain's frequency and stabilize it at the precise 10.5 CPS, not 10.8, not 10.3 or 10.4, the precise 10.5, and not just for a moment, but for an extended duration. So when you undergo the 2 days training which I conduct, subconscious mind power training, the basic clairvoyant training, in that you learn techniques of case working. When you do those techniques of case working, your brain goes to 10.5 CPS and stays there. The more you are able to make your brain stay stable at 10.5 CPS, the more your dendrite becomes to get active, and then you have to do creative visualization to make it grow further and further and further, and populate it with neurotransmitters. If you are successful in doing that, that's it. No side effects, no negative effects, simply your brain capacity increases. You are able to think faster, think sharper, think more efficiently, function much more better in your own body with your inner organs, with your external bodily functions. And of course, as a side benefit, you will notice your memory power has been increasing on a rapid basis, simply if you do this practice. So how do we enter the 10.5 cycles per second? First, you need to go to alpha frequency and stay there for an extended time. Then get your feet wet in one sense, in the meditative sense, by dipping down to theta brain frequency with controlled awareness and giving an instruction to your own subconscious nature that this is what you are now beginning to attempt. You are beginning to work on your own brain's dendrites and improve their functionality, and then return back to the center of alpha brain frequency and then start doing creative visualization about memory power. So this is one method by which you are able to improve your memory power. Next, so this was a brain power. First was the caring faculty of the human mind. Second is a brain power. Third is the mind's own power. How to utilize our mind power for improving brain power or memory power. In one sense, both are same thing. What you have to do is use something called association techniques or memory pegs. For instance, let us take some standard objects. For example, 0. The numeric 0 looks like the English alphabet O. So let us think 0 now onwards will be associated with the English alphabet O. And with the alphabet O, let us create a word. And the word that we can think of easily with the alphabet O is orange. This can be easily associated, O and orange. The next is number 1. 1 looks like the English alphabet I, and with the I we can make anything, for example ink pot. 2 looks like the alphabet Z or Z. With that we can make a word like zoo. 3 looks like M. With the alphabet M we can make a word man. The numeric 4. 4 can be associated with F, F-O-U-R 4. So F can be associated with fan, like previous was man, this is fan. Like this you keep preparing up to 9. Do on your own, whatever you feel like doing. Otherwise, make it more simple. 0 is like a ball, or 1 is like a tree, palm tree, a date tree. 2 can be something else like a switch which has on-off facility, or like a bicycle, 2 tires. 3 can be a triple tire rickshaw. 4 can be 4-tired car. 5 can be hand, which is 5 fingers. 6 can be a truck, which has 6 tires. 7 can be a rainbow. 8 can be an octopus. 9 can be 9 planets or something like that, or 8 planets and the sun. 10 can be big fat hen. So you can make on your own any kind of association. Now what you have to do is take some random objects and reassociate them with these standard alphabets and their words, the peg words. For example, let us take as the first random object to be a chair. Our first memory peg was O for orange. So chair and orange. Then use creative visualization to associate both of them. For example, the moment you sit on a chair, you will be bathed automatically using orange juice. So your whole body will be filled with orange juice. That means you are bathing in orange juice the moment you sit on a particular chair. So that is an association, a creatively visualized association that we have made. Next can be let's say table, and our number 1 was a tree. So one can imagine on the office table, office desk, there are no files and documents. Instead, there are trees growing from the office table, and on the tree is hanging our good boss. The boss is hanging from the tree right on top. And when the boss ripens up, he can be plucked down, and then everybody can have a feast of the ripened boss. Okay. Number 3, keep it creative, keep it humorous, then it will be easy for your mind to process. Number 2 is Z. With Z we made zoo, or 2 can be a bicycle. And the object to be remembered is, let us say, a lady's handbag. Lady's handbag, when you open, inside you will find a zoo. There are monkeys inside, there are giraffes inside, there are zebras inside, there are elephants inside. How can lady's handbag hold all these animals? It's a miracle, it's a magic. So it's creative visualization. Using creative visualization, we are imagining lady's handbag has all these items. So when the lady has to apply lipstick, she may pick up the giraffe and just rub the giraffe on her lips, and the lipstick is applied. Like that. When she has to comb her hair, she may take out the monkey and comb her hair with the monkey. So like that we can do creative visualization. So once you have associated random objects with these standard pegs using creative visualization, then on you will notice that your memory power is automatically increased. Why your memory power would have increased? Simply by doing this random association in a creative manner. Your memory power would have increased because, remember the formula, memory is equal to caring. Here you are taking time to do these associations. Thus you are showing to your own subconscious mind that you care for these items. You care for these topics. That is why your memory power will improve immediately. For memory, something else can also be done. What is the other thing? That is called a Kuber Mudra. What you may do is take the tips of your first 2 fingers and the thumb. Join them together like this. Keep the remaining 2 fingers folded inwards. Simply by doing this technique, this mudra, your memory power would have increased. That means when you are suddenly faced with a topic which you need to recollect and you are unable to recollect, all that you do is do this mudra. First 2 fingers, thumb. Bring the tips together like this. Place your hand down, close your eyes, think about the topic, or keep your eyes open and think about the topic, and you will notice that your memory is coming back simply by doing this Kuber Mudra. That is another method of improving memory power. Another method, take your hand join the fingertips together like this. That means left hand, right hand, thumb to thumb, forefinger to forefinger, middle finger to middle finger, like that. Join your fingertips together. Do this. Now shift your right hand in a clockwise direction. So this goes like this. So the thumb of right hand comes to the forefinger of left hand. The forefinger of right hand comes to the middle finger of left hand, like this. So the little finger of right hand touches the thumb of your left hand. So your hand is like this, and then shift. Make this shift. While you are making this shift, raise the tip of your tongue and touch to the upper side of your mouth. So this is the mouth, this is your tongue, touch it there, like that. So you are holding like this, and then shift. Ensure that all the fingers are touching correctly, 10 fingers like this. So this was here, and then we moved like this and touch the tongue to the upper part of the mouth, this part, lower roof of the mouth. Touch it like this. Okay. And then raise your eyeballs upwards with your eyes closed or eyes open, doesn't matter, and think about the topic. Oh, this was, what was that person's name? So and so is the name, and the memory will come back to you. This is another technique. So remember, hands like this, shift, touch the tongue, raise your eyeballs, and think about the topic that you want to recollect, and you will notice your memory power is increased. There is another thing. When we do namaste, our mind becomes peaceful. Have you seen anybody getting very angry or agitated with their hand posture like this? No. People are calm and peaceful because there are nerve endings in the palm of every human being's hand, which when closed calms down the brain and synchronizes and harmonizes the activity of the left brain with the right brain hemisphere. So do this simply to improve your memory power. When somebody is saying something, do this. When you are trying to recollect, do this thing. Now you will have better memory. But this may not be practical at all times. So place your hands like this on your lap. Same effect is done. The nerve endings of both the palms are now closed. The same is about your 2 feet. Place your 2 feet flat on the ground. You may be wearing a shoe, that is perfectly okay, and you will notice your memory power is increasing. Like this, there are several techniques of improving your memory power quickly, effectively, and surely. Kindly contact me. Get in touch with me by calling this number 9836 338 102. Call between morning 11 a.m. to evening 5 p.m. every day other than Monday, because on Monday we are closed. So call this number. Get in touch with WhatsApp on this same very number. So see you again tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. and evening 5 p.m. Okay, bye.